We're recording.
Recording in progress. That's what it does.
Oh, I forget it tells you guys.
Yeah, it tells us.
Oh, well.
You don't have to shout, recording!
But would it really be a Three Trails Flosstube if I didn't shout it?
If
No.
there was an awkward beginning. So.
It would, yeah.
Hi, I'm Carrie.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Sarah.
And we are ThreeTrailsStitchers. This is a channel about, now my phone dings. My phone hasn't been dinging. Now it's gonna be. This is a channel about cross stitch. We film weekly, although that's never a promise because
Right. You never know.
we're all like tired.
Oh.
So yeah, anything exciting happened to anyone this week?
No.
I went back to school and rearranged half of my library.
Yeah, Sarah and I both went back to work today. I mean, it's not, kids aren't
Today,
back
this week.
today. This week, kids aren't back for another week. So next week is like all meetings and stuff. So yeah, I think I moved a bunch of stuff as well. So I'm sort of broken at this point, my back, my back.
Right.
And I'm just really tired. So, but it's fine. So everything's fine.
Everything's
fine here.
It's all
Everything's
fine. Nothing to
It's all
see.
fine.
Keep moving.
No worries.
No worries.
Our crazy, because we always have to talk about the weather, our crazy heat wave broke. And so now it's just normal hot.
With some
Right.
serious crazy storms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had crazy amount of hail. It was weird.
And
Yeah.
like I had no hail at my house.
Oh yeah, we had
I
a
did.
ton.
I
Our whole
kept
yard was
hoping we
covered.
would get hail so I could have someone come look at my roof.
Yeah, no.
But no. I was up at school in Liberty and the kindergarten teacher came in and said that they had just announced that the storm was about 20 to 30 minutes away. And so she was like, I think everyone should go home because they're saying it's going to be pretty serious. And the wind was just crazy. And I had gone out earlier that day to get some stuff for the library and it was humid and hot. But I walked out to get in my car before the storm and it was like the humidity had tripled. I mean, it was like
It was gross.
you couldn't breathe. And by the time I got home and the storm had hit, it was crazy.
It was nuts.
But I like storms like that. So it was kind of
We needed something like that. No,
we needed it.
all in.
Yeah.
We didn't need it all in one night, but
Take what we can get. I know there's people in this country that are going through droughts and
yeah.
so we'll take it when we can get it, I guess.
Yeah, my grass isn't quite as dead. So that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're just back to normal hot. Normal August.
Normal August hot.
Yeah, which isn't terrible. Like I peeked my head out last night pretty late and it was nice out. It was kind of cool and it wasn't that humid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll take that over what we did have. So all right, so we will get into cross stitch. Does anybody have a finish?
I have a finish for now.
Oh, all right, let's see it.
I finished the border on the cryptids.
Yeah, you did. And look at those awesome moons.
Nice.
Those moons look great.
Yeah, I did frog out the moons, except it was only 2 of them, so it wasn't that big of a deal. This thing is huge.
It is huge.
It's gigantic.
I don't know. I think there's going to be like 80,000 cryptids in the middle of that.
I know.
All the cryptids.
I mean, it goes until February, I think.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot, but I finished it yesterday. Finally, I made myself promise that I wouldn't work on anything else until I got it done. So
Did you see the thread on, I don't know if it was on her page or the Stitchy Hollow page about some of the cryptids, some of them they're not going to use because they're like indigenous and they're like part of the Native American culture.
oh no, I didn't see
It was
that.
really cool. I kind of learned a lot. So it was just really neat. So it was kind of fun because they had some indigenous people who got on and talked about why you wouldn't include certain cryptids.
Yeah. No,
So
that's
it was really interesting. Anyway, if anyone's
That's
in that
neat.
group and wants to go back and find that thread,
I'll have to go back and look at it.
I
Look for it.
learned some stuff I didn't know.
Yeah, that's good.
Does it feel good to have it done though?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
totally jealous yours is done.
Mine's nowhere near done. Nowhere near done. Every day I'm like,
I did like a little happy dance when I got it done last night. Kurt thought I was crazy. I'm like, I'm just happy to have it done.
yeah,
You don't know.
No.
backing off on my goals daily.
Yeah. I do have a finish.
Oh, all right.
I finished my Bent Creek Spooky Row last
Ooh.
Sunday. I can't do that. Last Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
I'm so excited.
I
I
like
think-
that.
Skeleton.
I think the only thing I had to do any creative counting on was the vulture. The vulture's
he
neck
looks
is
fine.
one stitch too long.
Oh, he looks fine.
So he's
Yeah,
just
he looks fine.
really trying to get out there and eat something. So, and I can't decide if I want to do like a horizontal wall quilt or if I want to do a flat fold. I don't know. Mom says we need to have more FFOs,
Yeah.
but
I was going to show my Halloween stuff.
Mom's
I got it out, but
retired and can FFO all she wants.
Right.
if you found something that you could switch them out, if you plan to do the other rows, you could get like a board that you can switch them out on.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
know,
but I like Mom's got the alphabet that's is it Little
Yeah.
House? And she kind of has a spot where she hangs them. And I thought if I could find kind of do like she's got the vertical ones, if I could do kind of a horizontal little wall quilt and then just have a spot where I switch them out.
Yeah.
Because Carrie and I found the autumn one yesterday and I really like it.
Cool. Yeah.
So but anyway,
Ooh.
I'm happy. I have a finish.
I'm tired. Sorry, I
Just
keep
kicked
yawning.
my dog in the head.
Gotcha.
I didn't know she was under the table.
Which puppy needs to come?
Queenie.
He's like, hey,
Yeah, I didn't know she was under there swinging my feet. Wow.
you're
Right in the head.
sweet, Mom. All right, so whips. I have a lot of whips because my brain. So let's see, what did I work on first? So when last we met, I think I was working on Judith Kirby.
Yeah. I think so.
Was determined to get it done. So I'll take it out. I got all the stitching done except for like 5 leaves, but I need to do the leaves when I do the back stitch because they're like within the tree, you know. So this is it completed with no back stitch because the back stitch gonna take forever.
God, it looks so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, sorry for my always dismal lighting. But so this is it done except 25 years worth of back stitch. So I'm leaving it, not this moment, but I'm leaving it on the Q snap. I'm leaving it by my chair. My goal is that when school gets going and my brain settles, that I will just pull it out and like put in 15-20 minutes of back stitch every night. That's my goal.
That's a good idea.
I think it will go faster than you think when you do it.
I know it will. It's just
It won't
it's-
take 25 years.
No, it's just intimidating. It may be 20. It's just intimidating because there's just a lot of back stitch, but I
Yeah.
know once I start, it'll go fast, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing it all in one sitting because that would make me crazy.
No.
So,
You'd
so
have to-
then I started to feel guilty because I hadn't started my cryptid Sal. And so I pulled out my
You
cryptid
should.
Sal. And this is this is all I have done.
Good
So I have
job.
the word cryptids that is complete. The S is under there. And then I got these 3 motify thingies.
I love
I'm-
those.
I'm ready to turn the corner and start down. So new goal. I believe she released like a map that said where the releases are going to be. So like release 1 through 4. I think 1 through 4 is this first corner.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So my goal is to at least get that done. So then I can plug in and I might get further, but I just, brain. So then the next part of the Follow the Yellow Brick Road Sal by Little Dove Cross Stitch, Little Dove Designs, something came out. And so I worked on, I've kind of been working on this because it's easy and I don't have to think too much. So
Oh, nice.
the Wicked Witch, her crystal ball that she sees Dorothy in, and then Flying Monkey.
I knew they were going to put a flying monkey in there.
That's awesome.
So I'm guessing this last part will be the Emerald City. Don't you think?
I would assume so.
I would assume so.
I hope the Emerald City's in it, that this isn't like, I don't know. I would think the Emerald City would be in it. So I still have quite a bit to do. These go pretty fast though, but like there's all this yellow brick road down here. I have to do the monkey. I got to do the crystal ball, but this is maybe like 2 nights work. So it doesn't take too terribly long. And then last night I picked up our, the stitch along of the month is hashtag TTS Crafty Fox Sal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which is it crafty like a fox? Why am I?
Because it's their Instagram and their Etsy are just
Etsy
a
store
tiny bit different. I'll look it up while you share it.
So one of the patterns I bought were these 3 little pastel ghosts, which I thought I could turn into ornaments. And so I started this at maybe like 8 o'clock last night and finished it by 10. It was really teeny.
Oh,
And
it's so cute.
yeah, he's not technically done. He has a backstitched mouth. And then I feel like I need to fill in his eyes. The eyes are not filled in on the pattern, but I feel like he needs eyes. Should he not? Does he not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe he does.
So should I do them in the black that I'm doing the mouth in?
I would.
I would. Yeah.
So anyway, but this super quick, super fast. And so I am going to do the other 2. I just don't know if I'll get to them like soon, or I'm just going to keep the floss and stuff next to my chair. And nice to have like a small, quick, I mean, it's not finished, but finish.
Well, yeah. It is on Etsy. They are Fox, You Are So Crafty.
Fox, You Are So Crafty. And did you say that on Etsy?
On Etsy.
Okay. And on Instagram, it's Crafty Like a Fox or something like that.
Think so.
Anyway, lots of
I
cute
will
patterns.
I will link their Etsy store in the description again today. I linked it last week, but as long as we have the sale going on, I'll make sure I link it.
Crafty Like a Fox.
No one cares.
Is there Instagram?
Yes.
Are you at your
Um,
mom's?
I'm at mom's. Yeah. I'm making her be quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet.
So anyway, so they have lots of cute patterns. So if you want to join that stitch along, if you haven't been here before, we take a couple months off, but we try to choose a smaller designer. Sometimes not a small designer. We did the Witchy Stitcher. I don't consider her.
That's true.
Every month to showcase. And if you want to stitch along, you can. Our stitch alongs don't end. It's an ongoing thing. So if you want to join TTS, hashtag TTS Crafty Fox Sal, and Sarah usually puts it in the notes.
I do.
That's my whips.
Me. So I started my Crafty Like a Fox.
Ooh,
last night.
oh, are you doing the
Here's
The
the one that
vampire-
oh, that's not gonna be great.
yeah, the vampires.
They're little vampires.
Love it.
So I started it late last night.
I like that fabric.
Yeah, this is Bee Stitch Me Friday Night Fight Night. Friday Night Fight Night fabric. It doesn't have a name. But that's my only whip because I worked all week on my Witchy Stitcher border. So
I have
that's
no
it.
whips.
No
I
whips.
finished that last
No whips
Sunday, and I did get all my stuff together for my Crafty Fox pattern. So it's all kitted up and ready to go. I think I'm going to do the squirrels first. But I've come home each night this week and just kind of died in my chair. So I have stitched nothing this week.
That's understandable.
So
Yeah.
We forgive you.
thank you.
I don't.
Just this one time though.
Well, no. I'll explain it in plans.
You
Carrie,
better be ready to go.
you know what? I will beat you with a stick.
Better be ready to go next week.
Of spaghetti.
My cat has little pieces of, I don't know what, styrofoam or something on her back.
Oh no.
Okay. So
Haul.
my brain. Lord. I'm tired, folks. I'm real tired. So Sarah, I don't really have much haul, but Sarah and I yesterday, we put up my Halloween decor. I mean, most of it, it's not complete. We put up my tree. There's a string of lights out, haven't decorated it. It's a whole thing, but everything else is pretty much up. But before that, we went to CC to treat ourselves because Sarah really enjoys helping me put up decor. And so we had to do something.
It's her favorite thing to do.
We'd have to do something she would enjoy first. So they did have a little bit of sale fabric and sale items, not a ton. Usually in the before times, our LNS every summer, like July or August, I think, they would do like a
Kind of like a garage sale.
yeah, and like their customers would bring in stuff and sell them. And, you know, it was really neat. And I'm hoping someday they're able to go back to that. But for obvious reasons, they're not doing that right now. So, but I did get a little bit of stuff. I bought this book was 40% off. It's a Mill Hill Bittersweet Moon. It's an old one.
Oh, neat.
I really like this.
Yes.
Love that tree.
I really like this. All of these little like trick-or-treaters are bunnies randomly and like cats and animals, but I just think it's really cute. And
It's cute.
there's really some cute stuff in here. I mean, I wouldn't do it all, but I think this one's kind of cute too. It says Witch Upon a Star and she's sitting on a moon.
Oh,
And then they had this in their little sale thing as well, which is Praiseworthy Stitches, Santa Claus Lane. I've not done a Praiseworthy Stitches, but it is I have one kitted up that I just haven't started. And this is what it looks like unfurled, but then this is it as a drum.
neat.
Yeah. Will I do it anytime soon? Probably not. That's a lot of snow, but I really liked it and it was on sale. And so, yeah. I think it would even be cute just to do like Santa and the reindeer.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then the only full price pattern I bought is Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea. I bought this one. This is the calendar crate October. I have no desire to do all the calendar crates. I just having something I have to stitch every month. I just don't really, want to do that. But I love this one. It says like Black Cat Broom Company.
It's
I don't know.
cute.
I love the little house and the ghosts. And then I even like this little October 31st. So I've wanted that one and I bought that. And then fabric pieces I bought. This is Fabric on a Whim, but I don't know the name of it. And it's just like a random, it's like 15 by 15. And it's not going to show up, but it's green really. It's not.
Oh, neat. Not brown. It looks sort of like tannish.
Yeah, it's tan, but it's got a lot of green.
Yeah. I got a piece of that too.
And then I splurged because they had they had some Picture This Plus on sale. And so I got this 18 by 27 piece of.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's called Arctic. And I am not a huge Picture This Plus fan just because of the texture of the fabric. Sometimes it's too soft. But this feels pretty good. And I think it'll be good for like winter stuff or Halloween stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was all of my haul. Yeah, that's it for me.
I don't have any haul.
Oh, okay. So this was the sale pattern I got yesterday. It's Val's Stitching Stuff, and it's Halloween.
Cute.
And then I bought 2 full price patterns because I'm into all the samplers right now. That
Oh,
is
that's cute.
JBW Designs Halloween Alphabet. And this is Heart and Hand Blackbird Sampler. I have a lot of their bird patterns, so I'm going to add that to my stash.
Cute.
And then was it Black Needle Society? They had a vault sale. And so I got
Yeah.
the frosted pumpkin.
Oh, I forgot you bought that.
I did too until I saw it sticking out of my basket. The Treasure Trove Trio. And I got the needle minder that went with it, but I think one of the cats has knocked the needle minder behind my shelf. And so I got to move my shelf to get it.
I had that needle minder and then the moss needle minder in my cart. And then I was like, no, I shouldn't spend money. So then I didn't buy them. I regret.
I spent
All
money.
the things we have in our carts that
I can eat rice for the rest of it. And then I got the piece of green Carrie got, and then I also got a piece of Fabric on a Whim. It's called Gold, but I thought they'd be really good. Like this one especially, I thought would be really good for fall stuff. I have a ton of fall stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had something. Oh, I wanted to thank, I haven't called and ordered it yet, but Jillian on Instagram, I think she's the Crafty Classicist. That's a bunch of words to say. She messaged me and said that her LNS has the rights now to my unicorn pattern that I want, that needle loving Thanksgiving.
Oh,
friend.
nice.
Yeah. So I called last Monday, but they are closed on Mondays. So I have it like in my calendar next to all my meetings that during lunch, I'm going to call and order it. So
Oh,
thank you
good.
very much, Jillian, because I'm super excited and I can't wait for that. So
We've lost Carrie. I don't know.
Sorry, I ate my breakfast a while ago and I hadn't put my plate in the kitchen yet. And there's sriracha on my plate because I was dipping my sandwich in it. And Vern was like nosing around the sriracha.
Oh,
Nope,
no, that'd be bad.
don't do that,
you
Vern.
won't nose around it for
Don't do
long.
that.
Anyway, that's I think that's all my haul. I don't know. Oh, I have stuff coming from 123, but it's not here yet.
All right, that's our haul. My plans. I think today I'm probably going to work on this. Usually if I get going, I can get it done pretty quickly. And I feel like at this point, it's like the one stitch along I'm keeping up with. So
I might as well keep up with it.
yeah, that's not true because I'm keeping up with my tiny modernist as well. So
Oh yeah, you are.
that's probably what I'll work on. And then of course I'm going to try to put some work in on the cryptid border. I mean, it is, I feel like it would be a good thing to do in the evenings, but that top part with those little motifs, it repeats, yes, but I felt like I really had to pay attention to where
Pay
I was.
attention.
Well,
Yes.
it's pretty intricate, whereas the sides, it's just a row of 4, a row of, it kind of.
Yeah. Hopefully. Well, I won't get too
I
cavity.
think, even though I haven't put a lot of work in on it, I feel like the sides, it's very repetitive. I
Yeah,
didn't
it
think
is. I
as
mean,
much-
it wasn't bad. It's just
Mm-mm.
A
like
lot.
I like to stitch when you can see it's turning into something.
Yeah.
So like borders
Yes.
for me are always like boring because it's just like the same.
Yeah.
Oh, now I have a box, I mean,
Yeah.
I do them, but they're not my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. But those are my only real plans. I'm kind of very much in like, if I feel like stitching it, I'm going to stitch it. I did pull out some of my Satsuma Street. I have a few of the Halloween ornament kits and I thought, I mean, I tell myself I'm going to take it to work and work on it like during my lunch, but that doesn't always work out. So, but I do want to start working on those because she brought out some new ones that are adorable, but I told
They
myself
are cute.
I cannot buy them until I do. Because I'm an adult and I make adult decisions.
Right.
No, they
No.
really aren't. And
You're
I
an
just-
adult, you can do
adorable.
whatever you want.
well, payday's still a week and a half away. So
5.5 weeks away.
that's my only stuff.
I'm gonna work on my crafty like a fox. Why do I just want to call it crafty fox? Whatever. Our stitch
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna work on today. And then I probably will go back to my Solo Witches, my Teresa Kogut
Oh, yeah.
thing that I've been working on because I need to get back to that. But we shall see. There's a lot of Halloween stuff I want to start right now, so I'm trying to be good and not get a million whips going.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I'm in the mood for, I think, is just Halloween-y stuff.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
The next piece, part 4 of the Oracle Sal Halloween came out today. And so I'd like to get that.
It's neat too.
Yeah, it
I
really
like
is. I love the little bat motif at the top. So I will probably try and. Sorry, I thought there was a squirrel on Mom's fence and it was a cat. I was like, that's a really big squirrel. I will probably try and get some stitches in on that today. And then I'd like to work on that, my cryptid border, and then my squirrel pattern for the Crafty Fox Sal. So those are my 3 plans for this week. I don't think I have as much physical moving to do in the library, so I shouldn't come home quite as tired and maybe feel like getting some stitches in it each night.
Yeah. I did want to say that we got an email and I don't know if we've answered it yet because this week's just been kind of crazy, but from Mod Cross Stitch, thanking us because a while ago, Whitney had talked about a pattern she was working with that was frustrating her and how she wishes
Yes.
it was like a large, I knew she was gonna do that.
Well, and then the next pattern I did was huge. So that,
Yeah. A large
nice.
print type category and cross stitch patterns. And so she has decided to create large print versions of some of her patterns, which I think is amazing. So if you're
she has some great patterns.
yeah. So if you are looking for anything like that, even just to try, she doesn't have it for all of her patterns, but I think it's kind of her plan going forward to offer large print, which I think is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome.
Anything that like includes more people, I think, in cross stitch, because believe me,
Absolutely.
my eyes have definitely suffered over the last few years. I think just being on devices and
Mhm.
you know, allergies and crazy weather patterns and this cat. I don't know what she's doing. I think she sees herself in the glass. I don't know what she's doing.
She sees a pretty kitty.
So if you're looking for something like that, go check out Mod Cross Stitch on Etsy.
Maybe they should be our designer for September.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Mm,
We should do
gonna
that.
make it happen. Yeah.
So look, we're ahead of the game. We were late in July, late in August. So we're ahead of the game for September.
It always,
Yeah.
I think just feel like the end of the year always sneaks up on you, or end of the month always sneaks up on you, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, we've got time, and then it's like, oh no, it's
No, we don't.
I do think we're still thinking about, I think our Flosstube anniversary is sometime this week. The 20th, isn't that what you said, Sarah? I started August 20th. So
So maybe
Yeah.
next Saturday.
yeah, we're planning to hopefully be together next Saturday. So maybe we'll do a little giveaway in honor of our Flosstube anniversary.
Anniversary.
Yeah,
Yay.
it's a mouthful, but it works.
Yeah.
So look forward to that next week. And I think that's it for cross stitch stuff, right?
I think so.
I think so.
I feel discombobulated, like I'm forgetting something. But if at some point when I get my Halloween stuff done, maybe we'll try to figure out how to do a little tour and add a video to the end. I mean, we don't know. We don't edit, as you all
We don't
know.
have any idea.
Mm-mm.
We don't know what we're doing. So if not, when I'm done, I will also post pictures of my Halloween stuff on Instagram. It's a little much, folks. So be prepared. I'm like looking around my house like, oh, that's a lot. Because my house is very,
It's not as much as her Christmas stuff,
No.
but it still's a little.
I think it stands out more because my house is very like, sort of pastel-y, like
Yes.
whites and light blues and pinks. And so when you put up a bunch of black and orange, it's like, oh, wow.
Hello there.
Sorry. And now she's walking. That would be my cross stitch projects that she walks across. Okay, so we're going to wrap up the cross stitch portion now since my stuff is being destroyed. And she's okay. And we're going to move on to our media corner. So if you do not want to know what we are watching, reading, or listening to, you can click off and hit the road. We don't blame you. You know, that's
No.
all right. We don't hold it against you. But if you do want to hear that stuff, it's going to start now. So I've been watching season 3 of Stranger Things, and I wasn't gonna finish it because I'm sure we all know that the last episode is really kind of sad. And I didn't want to deal with it, but I decided to just face it today. Like, I mean, it's not like I haven't seen it before, but so I'm watching that today. I only have like 2 more episodes. What else did I watch? I watched some Flosstube. I watched The Jinx on HBO Max, which I think was aired a long time ago, but it's about Robert Durst, true crime thing. It was pretty good. It was 6 parts. It was interesting. And then last night I watched, a couple weeks ago, was the anniversary of the Hyatt Sky Bridge collapse in Kansas City. If you're not from Kansas City, it's a Hyatt Regency hotel in 1981. It was a newer hotel at the time, and it had these sky bridges and they would hold tea dances there. And so, couples would come and dance and families would dance. And, but unfortunately at one night, during one of the dances, the sky bridges, there were like 3 levels. So the main level and 2 levels of sky bridges, they collapsed. And it's probably like it is the biggest tragedy in Kansas City history, I would say.
Oh yeah.
And so it was the 40th anniversary, and one of our local news stations who was there at the time covering the tea dance, they did like an hour-long look back at that disaster. It was like called the Skywalk tapes. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, you might be able to find it on YouTube or something. I don't know if they air that stuff, but so I had it on my thing and I hadn't really watched it because I knew it was going to be kind of sad, but last night I decided to watch it and it was interesting. It was interviews with people that survived and family members of people who didn't, and like the first responders that were there. And it's pretty, if you grew up at that point in Kansas City, it's a pretty integral part of your memory.
Yeah.
Probably why last night I'm like, maybe this is why I watch disaster movies all the time. You know what I mean? Because it was just, I was 6 years old when it happened. So it's just in your brain. And so anyway, I recommend it if you can get a hold of it. But it was interesting. And I think that's about it. I mean, I've been watching stuff every night, but just nothing religiously. Oh, listening to, I just like totally got off the point. I finished that or caught up.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I caught up on that Stalker's Web. I think I probably have another one. The it's Unraveled season 2, the Stalker's Web, about the online stalker guy. And it's terrifying but good. And then I listened to, I don't know if you remember, we all listened. Well, I think Whitney listened to it too. The Opportunist. You listened to it too, didn't you?
Yes.
So the first season was about Sherry Shriner, and it's like this sort of like online cult. Well, season 2 came out, which I didn't realize, and it's only 4 episodes. Ooh. But it's about Robert Courtney, which is another Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
Robert Courtney was a pharmacist in the Kansas City area who diluted cancer drugs, chemotherapy drugs. So it happened, they caught him around 2001, right before September 11th. So I think it didn't become as big of a news story as people thought it would. But in Kansas City, It was very big news because everybody kind of knew someone that was affected by it. And so anyway, I highly recommend listening to it. It was 4 episodes. I mean, if you're, trigger warning, it does talk about cancer and cancer treatment, but it's more aims towards the true crime and how they found him and how they knew what was happening. So, and how it led to more regulations to protect people. So, and then reading, I finished a book. It's a miracle. I'd been reading for a while this kid's book called Breakout by Kate Mesner, and I finished it. Now that I'm back in school, I read every night before I go to bed to kind of turn my brain off. So I finished that this week. Highly recommend it. It was a really interesting book about these girls who live in a small town in upstate New York. It's kind of based loosely on something that happened up there. And the town they live in has a prison, and everybody's family works for the prison. And there's a breakout, like 2 inmates escape, and it's how it kind of like closes down this city. But it's good. It was a good book.
She has good books. She's a very popular author in my library. Her books are always off the shelves. I mean, kids are.
She has a great picture book called The Next President, which talks about sort of like the lives of all of our previous presidents, and then encourages kids like, could you be the next president? It's beautifully illustrated and a really good one.
Look for that one.
And that is it for me. I'm reading something else, but I'll talk about it next time.
Okay, I haven't done hardly anything, not listening to anything, not reading anything. And I haven't really watched that much. We watched the movie Freaky, which is basically a Freaky Friday with a serial killer and a high school girl. They swap places. I mean, it was decent. I don't think Kurt cared a whole lot for it. But it's worth it to watch. It's your typical Freaky Friday type.
I heard
thing, so.
that Vince Vaughn was pretty funny in it.
He's pretty good at, he's pretty good in it. Like, not Jack Black level in Jumanji, but pretty close.
I mean, that
close.
like there is like the bar to
Yeah.
hit for is Jack.
He's pretty close. He was pretty funny. And that's other than just whatever's been on TV. Kurt's been home all week. So it's been a lot of like,
Why has he been home all week?
I mean, I suppose he deserves some time off. He
Whatever.
get days off. So he took a whole bunch of them in a row. And so it was a lot of car shows and History Channel TV this week. So
Is it time for him to go back yet?
yeah, he's back. He went back this morning. Thank God.
So you're like flipping it over to Criminal Minds.
And that's exactly what is on my TV right now. So that's it for me. Nothing exciting.
Oh, okay. I actually read 2 books this week because I'm trying to get some books cleared off my shelf at home that I had originally bought to donate to my library, but I like to read them first. So there's a series called TBH. It's To Be Honest series, and the series is written like in texts and notes. It's a kind of format that I always liked growing up. So it's the last in the series, and it was called TBH. I Don't Want to Say Goodbye. So it was the last in the series. And then what was the name of the book I was reading when you called me last night?
I don't remember. Excuse me. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Something about do not read this book, or no one wants to read this book.
No one wants to read this book, I think is what it's called. And it looks like I'm very excited to put it in my library because it will go in my everybody section. Wants to read.
It looks like a chapter book.
It looks, yeah, here it is. It looks like a chapter book, but it's not. I mean, it's
the book no one wants to read.
But it kind of reminds me, for anyone out there who knows, there was a picture book that came out a few years ago called The Book with No Pictures. And it reminds me a lot of that. It's really fun. I think my younger kids are going to love it. And she has another one called I Hate to Read. And so I'm anxious to kind of.
That's the one I have. I don't have that one. I have I Hate to Read.
Okay. So I want to order I Hate to Read. While I was moving all my nonfiction and shifting all my shelves this week, I got all caught up on the Strange and Unusual. Is it Strange and
Unusual?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, I got all caught up on her podcast, and I tried some of the cryptid podcasts that were recommended through our Cryptid Sal. One of them's not too bad. It's just that the second episode is 911 calls.
Oh my goodness.
And
Sorry.
They're 911 calls that are serious, but they don't sound serious. So it was kind of hard for me to listen to.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to skip to his third episode. I don't think I'm going to finish that. It was just really kind of hard for me to listen to when you know that these people are trying to be serious, but it sounds like,
yeah,
I don't know. And then I watched, I watched The Hollow Man for last week. Didn't I talk about that last
Empty
week?
Man.
The Empty Man.
We talked about it last week.
Okay. I watched World War Z yesterday. I'm a little late to the party. Loved it. Couldn't cross stitch during it.
You've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Wow.
Just
That's a
moved
good
too
one.
fast. I couldn't. I started to cross stitch. I'm like, all right, that's not going to work. I think this week I've just kind of hit and missed, had stuff going in the background as I'm doing things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't feel like I watched really anything this week, but that's it.
Sorry, my cat suddenly wants attention. Like the last few weeks, they haven't cared what I'm doing. And now it's like.
It's because we're there. You're there by yourself today.
Yeah.
But even like lately when we've Zoomed, she hasn't. Like she goes and sleeps somewhere, but she's just being very needy.
She wants her camera shot.
She wants her mommy.
Yeah, she wants her moment. Come here. Wanna come up? No, she won't. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up so that my cat can get the attention. Then she'll walk away and ignore
No,
me.
she'll walk away. She'll go laying on your bed.
But we will be back next week, hopefully together. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh, we'll do a little giveaway for our Flosstube anniversary. And I think that's it. But if you are, you want to come back and, see me stutter over my words because I'm really tired and not know what I'm doing because I can't think right now, it'll get better. Once school gets going, our brains will be better. But right now,
it's these weeks before the kids are there.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Once the kids get there, I settle down. I'm into a routine. It's these weeks that it's like, and my principal, when your principal comes to you and they're like, hey, I'll buy you some furniture if you want to do some rearranging, I'm not going to say no.
Right.
But then I take that 3 days that I normally am doing all this other stuff and I'm physically moving furniture and books. And I have this list of stuff that normally would be done by now and it's not. And so like I'm trying to go to sleep last night and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to do the Mark Twain bulletin board. I got to do this and I got to do that. So I had to get up and add to my list last night. And I will be glad once the 23rd's here and our kids come back. And
I think
it's the getting starting stuff.
I think we were hoping very much for a normal start to our school year, and it's not going to be that. And so like wrapping your brain around that. Yeah. So it's fine.
That's why I'm just ready for the kids to get
fine.
When I want the meetings to be done. I want all that to be done. I'm ready for kids to be in my library. So
yeah.
So
then I can remember why I'm there.
Yeah. So we will let you go and then we'll see you next week. I keep forgetting, I'm feeling like there's something I was going to say and I can't think of it. So I guess it'll come.
One thing I wanted to say is a big thank you to anyone who sent Carrie and I stuff from our Amazon wish list. There were a lot of people in the cross stitch community. And I know we've thanked you individually as we've gone. And I know we thanked you last week, but both of our lists my list is cleared off.
Yeah.
Both of our lists are totally cleared off, which is kind of overwhelming. So thank you very much for that. It's really nice
especially in a crazy year like this. And so if you know of a teacher or know of somebody, there's teachers or community that have wish lists up and you have the ability to, purchase something for them off that wish list, just know that it does. I thought she was going to jump up again and claw my back. It does make a difference. It really, especially when we're going into a really uncertain school year and feeling overwhelmed, it's just a little boost that you need to help.
Well, and I think when, for a hot minute in March of 2020, we were all heroes.
Yeah.
and then we went back to being, despised. I think it just makes you, it helps you realize that there are people out there that whether they have kids in school or not, they do appreciate teachers, period. And if there's any local teachers, I saw a thing posted the other day. If you have an Amazon wish list, Quick Trip is telling you to post it to their page because they've got some money and they're filling teachers' wish lists. I don't know if that's over with, but I saw it like last Wednesday or Thursday. So if you still have an Amazon wish list out there, you might go ahead and post it to Quick Trip's page because they were just randomly picking people to fill their wish lists.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just something I thought of.
We love a Quick Trip here in the Kansas City area.
Sure, we do.
Do we have an Independence, Carrie?
In our town, because I think we're like this is totally a Midwest goodbye thing.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
And we have lots of I don't know if Quick Trip, I don't think it's based here, but maybe it is. We get lots of tester stores and that kind of stuff. And so we have in just our city limits, like the town where I work has one Quick Trip. Within our city limits, we've got 14 Quick Trips because they test them here. And so I'm a hardcore Quick Trip.
We're Quick Trip girls. It's funny when we're traveling because when you leave Missouri, that's your last Quick Trip until Georgia,
Tennessee, the around Chattanooga area they have. And I think they're kind of spreading out a little more, but.
Well, I think they are, but it's just, that was kind of one of the things we always waited for was we know we're going to get some really good tea once we
Quick Trips
get to state. So anyway, sorry, this is a Midwest goodbye. My goodness.
So we'll let you go because I got to get back to Hawkins, Indiana, and find out what's going to happen. Like, I don't know. So,
And I gotta wrap up stuff at mom's and get home and put some stitches in something so I feel better.
Right. Yep.
so I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you're staying healthy, that you are stitching for your sanity, because that's important. And we will see you next week. We'll be together. So
We'll all be together.
Even more of a train wreck than this was. Now Laverne has laid down. So
Yeah. Now Laverne's like, oh, you're wrapping it up. Yeah, I'll go lay down.
Yes. Yeah.
all right. So we will let you go and we will see you next time. See you real soon.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.